Hey guys, it's Mike the Wrestling Guy Smith, and you guys are watching All In Wrestling, the premier YouTube show that focuses on Raw and SmackDown, NXT, AEW, and many more. So this video is actually going to be for AEW last night because I just saw it. Uh, because I got a lot to talk about. I got a lot of different things to kind of talk about, including last night, including the Moxley inner circle thing, which I'm gonna go into that. I think I'm gonna go into that last. But the first thing I want to talk about is AEW because you know what, AEW was good, and I've been seeing a lot of good stories. I've been seeing a lot of good stories with Cody and Darby Allin. They actually got their rematch. They had it. It was a really good match. There was a lot of good spots. Um, but you know what? Darby Allin is gonna be a champion at some point because he's just got that potential to be one. Cody's got that potential. I saw Arn Anderson, and the thing was that I got to see Arn Anderson because I don't usually see Arn Anderson, and I haven't seen him since like Raw, like 2010, 2011. I haven't seen him since, and him being the coach and him being, the guy at AEW that actually does good. And you know what? And AEW, and I'm gonna be honest, guys, like AEW wasn't bad last night. It was really good because you know what? It's not just two like two it's not just two like broadcasters. It's JR, it's I think it's Mysterio, I forgot his name. Pentagon, and it's Pentagon, and it's Taz. And Taz, like, I was surprised they got him on AEW because I haven't seen this dude broadcast in a while. And so it's like he was into it, he was hyped about it. He brought his wrestling like expertise into the ball game, you know. And I'm thinking maybe there's something there because he was dictating the whole entire match with Cody and Darby Allin, and it was a good match. But you know what, Darby Allin was almost close to winning. I think that Arn Anderson being in the way, and then Cody doing the crossroads and him kicking out like three crossroads and stuff is pretty cool. And you know what, him winning, I dig like the next match I want to get into is actually the best friends match against John Moxley because the John like it was really good. You know what? And I give John Moxley a lot of credit. I give him like he has all the wrestling ability. Like AEW letting him just be a wrestler and letting him do what he wants to do is perfectly fine. It's him perfectly fine doing anything he wants, and he's fighting Trent, and and then the 6-man tag match with the Elite, which I'm gonna talk about that too. But it was a really good match. It had a lot of good spots because Moxley doesn't get off. He doesn't get caught off guard. And I'm glad that Trent kind of caught him off guard. It was a slug match. It was a back and forth kind of move. Like he did a lot of springboards. He did a lot of like springboards on 450 splashes, tombstone pile drive, like basically modified pile drivers, super kicks, a lot of good stuff, and it was a really good match. The best friends, like I like Orange Cassidy kind of being a part of it, where he didn't have to get in, he was just putting his hands in his pockets and faking like he was kicking. And the thing was like he just goes with it, and nobody really bought. Like he doesn't want to get involved. He don't want to get in the ring, which is cool. I like Orange Cassidy. It's pretty cool. And then I want to talk about the I do want to talk about the spot with Sammy Guevara and the Gold Dust match because the Sammy Guevara match wasn't bad. I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't a bad match. I'm okay with Sammy Guevara finally getting a win, but it's a different ball game to me. And I kind of feel like where are they gonna go? Because the thing is, him like Sammy Guevara is not a bad wrestler. Like his gimmick is not bad. It's just that he gets in a way. And the thing was like with him and Goldust having this kind of like little feud that's going on with him and the inner circle and Jake Hagar. And Jay Cargill, I'm actually glad he didn't get involved in time. This time he just stood guard and he actually did what he was going to do. And you know what? And here's the thing, like the SCU promo was pretty cool, like the Dark Order coming back and the Dark Order attacking people. And the Dark Order losing their freaking minds and making messages and basically trying to attack people. And, Evil Uno just being him, which I still didn't understand. So basically, like, Jake Hager got Dustin Rhodes with the low blow, and then Sammy Guevara just got him with a pin. Because the thing was, it wasn't even like the SEU promo was good because I really kind of want to see what's gonna happen. I really kind of want to see what they're gonna do. Because there's so many people they can get, and the thing I want to talk to you about the Chris Jericho like the whole promo that Sammy was doing to kind of to get John to join, and I'm thinking he might join next week because here's the thing, the Inner Circle, like I still don't know where MJF is gonna be played into that factor because he's kind of playing with Cody, and it kind of goes into this big thing where he's basically just getting back at Cody because he thinks that Cody didn't train him enough. He was more of a train. He didn't mentor him enough. He didn't let him be the champion. He didn't let him become champion yet or get the title shot yet about being champion. And that's the thing. Like, I'm just like, you know what? I don't mind going through all that problems to get something, to get that done. But here's my problem with it. He has no sense. Because here's my thing. Even with, and I'm going to talk about and the next thing I want to talk about the MJF and him getting his stipulation. So basically, his stipulations are so dumb that I don't even think, the match should just happen in Revolution. He should have just said, I'll see you at Revolution, Cody, or something like that. Because his promo was fine. You see, here's the thing I like him as, a likable heel because everybody kind of hates him. Is because no matter what MJF is going to do, he'll do it. That's the thing. He'll get that chance to do it, and it was like he was just basically making the promo. The first stipulation he had was if you touch me, there's no match. That was the first one. The second one was for you to get a match with me, you have to go through Wardlow, but not just in a regular match. You have to go through it in a steel cage, and you have to beat him. You have to go through it in a steel cage. Number 3. I'm gonna take my belt and I'm gonna whip you 10 times, which really didn't make any sense. And then he was like, I will see you in Revolution. We're gonna do the match at Revolution, which is fine. But here's my thing though. See, and this is the thing why I don't mind the stipulation, and I know Cody's gonna respond next week, and he's probably gonna tell MJF you're a dummy, or you know what, I got some stipulations too. And I think here's my thing. He doesn't really do a lot. He causes a lot of problems, but he doesn't. This is my thing. He's trying to be, and MJF is trying to be the heel that, and that's the thing about MJF. Even I watch him a couple of times, and I think him getting Wardlow doesn't make any sense because Wardlow doesn't talk. I think he does, or he's just being the silent type. And this is the thing too. And even and I love and that was the thing I'm really kind of trying to think about too, is that I don't want MJF in the Inner Circle because he doesn't really have a place there. He doesn't really have a story. He's basically going to go after Chris Jericho at some point, and Jon Moxley is going to stop him at some point and probably tell him, no, don't go after him. And that's the thing too, because that's in the back of my mind. And I'm thinking, here's what I'm thinking, right? Here's my stress about it, right? Here's my stress. It would be fine if And I'm gonna give my final verdict about it too, because here's what I'm thinking. And I'm gonna talk about the 6 man tag match. The 6 man tag match against Lucha House, um, Lucha Bro, Lucha House was crazy. It was good. I mean, Lucha Bros was good, and I loved it. It was really good. There were so many good fast back. There was so much back and forth that this is the Cody Omega I'm used to seeing. I want the Elite to win. I want the Young Bucks to kind of be elevated and kind of be back on the game to get the tag titles and Cody becoming AEW champion. Because even like, and you know what? And here's the thing, and I know that and I think I know why. I think I know why Hangman's not trying to be a part of the Elite, because he wants to go on his own path, and I see that like as like what the prompt like as what he's doing, what they're kind of doing with him, and I see it every day, guys. Like I said, I see it a little bit more. But anyway, here's my review of AEW. I didn't really watch NXT, guys, because it was just about the awards, and that was fine. But I would rather rather an actual episode. But here is my review of AEW. Um, I think yesterday was really good. I think it's gonna go up for AEW. I think there's gonna be a lot of things happening. I think there's a lot of storylines that are still gonna be crossed. I think Joey Janela is gonna fight Kip Sabian. I think that storyline is gonna start. I think Rio and Chris Statlander is gonna next week when they have their match. It's gonna be something too, because they've been doing a lot of stuff with her and Rio. I didn't even talk about the one. I totally forgot about the women's match. The women's title match was great. It was great because you know what, and this is what I've learned in AEW and with Riho, her being the first women's champion, having a 91 day reign, is like, like, whatever the odds are against her, every time you think you got her, you don't. It's like the odds against, every time you stack the deck against her, she always seems to pull it off. And that's the thing. Like, the way she pulled off the pin and she still retained the title was ridiculous. But I'm so used to, like, I like Rio because I like not Emi Sakura, Ricardo. I love her because I love her gimmick. I love her Titantron's pretty cool. Like how she's like it's like a fashion model Titantron thing, which I love. And this is the thing, like it wasn't so bad they were trying. Because I want to see it next week. I want to see what Rio can do against Chris Statlander. Because Chris Statlander is not bad. I love that they're trying to go, that she's trying to be this otherworldly alien. I like it. I like, and like Chris Jericho said, and I do want to emphasize on his promo, like there's so many organizations like the Nightmare Collective. I don't get that. I still don't. And it's, to me, it's like, well, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? And it's like the same thing with the chair, same thing with Sean Spears being the chairman, and he's trying to find a partner, and he's trying to be a tag wrestler, and he's got and he's got he's got Blanchard, you know, he's got Blanchard, which isn't bad for the four, like him trying to be, former Four Horseman dude, Tony Blanchard, I mean, not Tony Blanchard. Tommy Blanchard. I don't mind, but here's the thing about Sean Spears. Like, I don't mind him being himself and being a chair dude and beating people with chairs and junk. I get all that. But here's my thing. Here's my thing with Private Party. I want them to be I want them to be tag team titles as well, because Private Party's pretty cool. I like them. But I don't know. I think that one of the Private Party dudes was being kind of pervy to that interviewer lady. She had a red dress on, the boobs were showing. It's TNT. It's not USA where they have to block that. That's why I think he's really trying to bang her or something. And that's something, like I'm thinking too, Hangman being his own guy and going on his own path is pretty cool. But like I said, guys, AEW was really good. The segments were really good. The matches were good. I think there's a lot of potential with all these wrestlers, with Kip Sabian, Joey Janela, uh, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, basically Lucha Bros, then like all the tag teams, the women as well. I think it was really good. It was a really good match. I think the ending for the women's match was pretty cool because Nyla Rose is trying to beat the Nia Jax of AEW, which is cool. I like that. But anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Peace.